welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for your support, guys. We're over 1,000 subscribers right now. It's absolutely amazing. I really appreciate it. Obviously me and this little bugger, call me a ute. Oh, obviously we're fishing. Got three nights ahead of us. We're in a swim called the Turfs because Jason's is just a total write-off. I can never get into it anymore. So yeah, we're in the Turfs. We've fished it before. The rods are out, got some bait out. Fingers crossed for a bite. I'll come back to you in a minute with the bait and show you what I'm using. Tomorrow morning we'll see what rigs I got and how I'm setting everything up as well. And then just go through what I've been doing the last couple of days, well, the last week or two. What's new, what's not. And yeah, keep you updated with everything that's going on. So yeah, we'll catch you in a minute. A bit of a rainstorm that's just come in. Don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love this weather. There's something so relaxing about the sound of rain hitting the bivvy. It's just amazing. I love it so much. It can be a pain, don't get me wrong. It can be a pain getting soaking wet. But when you're nice and comfortable in the bivvy, it is amazing. Come on you Carp. Morning everyone. Last night was uneventful. It's now 9-10 o'clock. Just gonna pop around the lake, see what's going on, see if anyone's caught, take the dog for a walk, get back, stick a bit more bait out, get the rods out, and then see what happens. I saw fish showing early on in the day, and then they just sort of moved off, and then someone moved in opposite, and then the fish just sort of disappeared after they were casting about and that. So hopefully they'll come back. I'm probably going to be about an hour whilst I'm walking around and doing whatever as well, so hopefully I have a bit of a free feed on the spot and then return later on. But yeah, we'll show you a bit some bobs and the bait and all that when we get back, so we'll see you soon. Yeah, it's always nice when you get back to your swim and your spot's slicking up a treat. Look at that. Perfect. Right, let's flick a couple rods out and see if we can bag one. Right guys, we're going to quickly show you through the bait that I've got with me today. First things first, as per usual, Atlantic Heat boilies. Sorry you can't see my face, but it's a bit awkward. Covered in Atlantic Heat dip, salmon oil and the krill powder. As you can see there. So much goodness on them. Still nice and soft on the inside. Perfect. Carp absolutely love them in here. And I've got these bad boys. Atlantic Heat pellets, nice and oily. It's probably the main cause of that oil slick earlier when the fish were feeding. But yeah, we're going to get a bit of that out now. I've got 2 rods out. I've got a bit of a crosswind, so it's making it really awkward to cast with a braid. I'm really particular about line laying and stuff like that, and this is, yeah, it's doing me head in, to be honest. So I might hold fire actually with the bait. Just leave the rods out there as it is, and then hopefully if the wind cools down we'll bring them back in and redo them, just so I can be a bit happier. But yeah, we'll see you soon. Oh, so far this is just becoming an absolute mare of a session. For some reason can't seem to find a spot, but I have a feeling it's to do with the crosswind. It's just annoying me, so I've only got 1 rod in the water. It's just, you know how it is. Like, I'm sure you guys have had similar experiences, well, potentially. I'm just going to sit here and wait for the wind to just calm down and then go from there. Otherwise I'm going to end up snapping my rods and throwing myself in the water. Right, we'll come back to you once the rods are actually out. Like, some point. Picking things. Yeah, so I've decided to just sit down and chill for a bit. I'm having one of those sessions where everything's just a nightmare, and I'm going to end up snapping my rods and breaking everything in sight, so I'm just going to chill. Can't seem to find a spot. The crosswind is just causing havoc. I mean, obviously with braid it's so light that the wind just drags it, and I want my line lay to be perfect. So to achieve that, I'm going to have to wait for the wind to die down as much as possible and have basically just one rod in the water until then. Otherwise I'm just going to keep second guessing and annoying myself, thinking that it's not right. But there's not fish in the area anyway, because the spot's not slicking up anyway, so I don't mind. But yeah, we'll eventually come back to you with hopefully some rods in the water, or better yet, a fish. If not, we'll come back soon and complain again. See you soon. So Bear, what do you reckon? Gonna catch? No? Fair enough. That's a lovely evening. Managed to get a decent bit of bait out. Hopefully the fish will return in the morning like they did this morning. And hopefully we'll get amongst them. Fingers crossed. Morning everyone. As you can see behind me, just here, the spot is slicking up a treat. So hopefully one of the rods rips off. There's loads of bubbling and fizzing in the area, so it's looking quite good. We've got 24 hours to redeem ourselves. Fingers crossed to see what happens. Right guys, just thought I'd show you quickly what I'm going to be doing with the bait for this evening. It's the last evening now, so I want as much attraction as possible, but I don't want to be putting out piles and piles of boilies, because I've put out boilie already. So what I'm going to do is wait for the wind to die down, crumb this up, it's just so it's like that. Not sure if you can see that, but crumbed boilie, small parts of it, dust, whatever I can get out of it to make it as small as I can. And then basically what I'm going to do is get the rigs redone and then bait over the top of it, so hopefully everything blankets and covers over the leader, part of the rig, whatever I need it to. So yeah, we're going to crumb this up now and then we'll come back to you guys when we're putting it out. Right guys, a little bit fiddly, but here we go. Look at all that goodness there. Loads of small particles. That should hopefully just float down. Was that still a whole one there? That should just float down, cover the leader. Should get a nice spread in the depth of water I'm fishing. Just got to wait for the wind to die down and that's perfect. Hopefully that'll induce a bite. Perfect. Middle rod just absolutely tore off, and I mean it tore off. Light speed. It was melting. Yeah, we played it for about 20 seconds and it pinged off. I felt a ping and then weren't sure if the fish was still there. It felt like it had weeded up, but I'd felt a bit of a kick, so it might have knocked over the dorsal, gone into some weed and then pinged out from there. But yeah, I'm absolutely gutted. We've waited all this time and I'll lose the first blooming take I get. But it happens. It sucks, but it happens. So we're going to leave the left rod out on the spot. Obviously the right rod's on a completely different spot. It's still a bit windy anyway, so I'm going to re-rig this rod up, get it all set up, ready to go, wrap it up, and then stick it out a bit later on once I feel happy enough that the wind's stopped for a bit and I can get the bait out on top. But at least we know something's fed on the spot. Usually when there's one, there's more, so yeah, we can only put our fingers in everything possible to cross and put together and hope that we get a fish. oh yeah, if you're wondering what that is, blooming hairs in the middle. There's this one little one I couldn't get out, and yeah, it annoyed me, so I decided to pinch in as far as I can go and ended up looking like an idiot. So yeah, fingers crossed we get one. And finally the wind stops. I can stop stropping about losing a fish, get the rod sorted out, get some more bait out, and hopefully bag one. Let's see what happens. Managed to get the rods out before the wind picked up again, so happy days. Happy with every single one of them. They all went out a treat. Got the bait out. So now it's just a case of hoping and praying we get one. Fingers crossed. What do you reckon, boy? Do you reckon we'll have one? Nah. A bit rude. Fine then. Do you want some of this? Bear, what's this? Oh, we'll see you guys soon. Right guys, fish just topped over the spot. So yeah, fingers crossed we can redeem ourselves. Yeah, if you don't see me for the rest of this evening with any updates or anything like that, I'll catch you guys in the morning. Whew. Well guys, I think this was worth the wait. Worth losing a fish. Well, nothing's worth losing a fish to be honest, but this is an absolute stunning creature. Took me all around the swim, left to right, all sorts. Absolutely buzzing with this one. Absolutely buzzing. Looks like a baby fungus. Right, let's have a look at the other side. Whew. What a chunk. The colouring and scale pattern on this one is absolutely insane. We'll get a close up of it afterwards. But yeah, happy days. Right, let's get weighed up and get back. Well, I'm sure you guys can agree that fish was an absolute cracker. I'm going to get the rod back out now. That was the second rod that's on the spot. So obviously I left it for about half hour, 45 minutes in case the remaining rod on the spot went. But it hasn't, so just in case it's just the right hand side of the spot that's going, I'm going to get this rod back out. Handful, maybe 2 handfuls of crushed and half boilies like you saw earlier on over the top, and see what happens. I'm due to leave at 12 o'clock today as well, so we may get another one in the meantime, but if I'm honest, I'm not fussed, because that one fish has made this whole trip worthwhile. The effort, the losing the fish, just the nightmares that have been going on, and yeah, so it's made it really worthwhile. But yeah, we'll see if we can get another one in the meantime. If we do, we'll come back to you. If not, we'll see you soon. Just check the weather app and we're due rain in half hour, 40 minutes, so I'm probably going to pack away now just to save everything getting soaking wet. Plus with a dog, it's not fair on him getting soaking wet. I ain't got his raincoat or anything with me either, so yeah, we're gonna slowly pack away and we'll sign off soon. Guys, as you can see, the gear's on the barrow behind me. We've packed away, but it's started to absolutely hoof it down, so we're going to sit under the trees for about 10-15 minutes. The weather app says there's going to be a break around that time, so as soon as that break hits, we're going to belt it round to the van and get home. But once again, thank you for watching, and thank you Carp gods for not letting me blank. So yeah, we're buzzing. I honestly thought I was going to blank this time around, but we managed to pull it out of the bag. yeah, thank you guys for the support again. We hit 1,000 followers. If you follow me on social media, I'll be announcing my winner for my bait competition on there. So yeah, jump over to Facebook, find the Carp Adventures page, or Instagram james.savage.carp. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. I'll put a link up here and here for some previous videos or ones you might not have seen yet, and also in the middle here there's going to be a subscribe button, so if you haven't already, don't forget to. See you soon.